Today's Talk About It Tuesday question is, every year I make a New Year's resolution to improve my financial condition, but I keep falling short. Do you have any tips for helping me succeed in 2024? Well, this is a great question to kick off the new year. And actually, I do have some strategies that I think will be beneficial. So I'm going to kind of break it down into some simple steps. So I think most people create these fantastical, outrageous, impossible financial goals to achieve in one year. And I've heard experts say, shoot for the stars, or if you're not afraid of your goal, you're not, seeking something that's great enough and blah, blah, blah. But there's also a point where you're setting yourself up for failure. And I'll give you a perfect example. I usually ask my clients, what is it you're trying to accomplish? And I have a lot of people tell me, I want to make $1 million by next year. And I say, okay, well, let's talk about your skill set and your knowledge base and your access to opportunities and the time you have available and your current network. Do all those things align with your goal and make it achievable in 1 year? And I tell you, 99% of them don't have the requisite time, energy, skills, resources, and network and access to opportunities to be able to pull that off. And so you're setting yourself up for failure when you're not realistic in terms of what you're trying to accomplish. Now, should that be a longer term goal? Absolutely, it can be a longer term goal. But you have to be realistic and understand how much time it takes to achieve certain things. And humans are horrible predictors of time. We totally overestimate our ability to get things done in a short period of time and totally underestimate the amount of things we can get done in a long period of time. So the first thing you have to do is really identify realistic and achievable goals that can be accomplished in 1 year. Now, those can be attached to 3-year goals, 5-year goals, 10-year goals, 20-year goals, of course. But what are you trying to accomplish in 1 year? So they can just, again, be stepping stones to larger goals. But here's the other thing. Humans are motivated by only two things: moving towards pleasure or moving away from pain. And in all reality, if your situation is comfortable enough, you're not going to be motivated to do either one of those things. So it's easier to identify a problem, right? People always say, well, keep it in the positive. No, don't keep it in the positive. Identify what's wrong that you need relief from, and it'll be a greater motivator in the long term. So you can say, okay, my child is going to college in 5 years. I don't have the money to send them to college because I haven't made plans for tuition. I have 5 years to get that done. And then your goal this year, okay, you got to relieve the pain because you know some pain is coming. Or I want to live a different lifestyle, and my lifestyle right now is untenable because I'm not able to vacation, or I'm not able to eat the diet that I want, or go to the places that I want, or do the things, right? Relief from that. Not, I want to make $1 million. Why? Just to have $1 million, right? That's not enough motivation to keep you going. So identify problems that can be solved that can get you to a longer term goal. So once you've identified the problems, right, the next thing you have to do is honestly assess where you're at in relation to achieving those goals. So am I so far away that it's going to take a longer time than a year? Or do I have, things in place? Have I made any progress towards that in the past? Did I make attempts and not achieve it, and why? So why are you in the situation that you're in now? Not blame, right? So this is identifying without judgment, but it's being honest, taking an honest assessment of where you are so you can create a proper plan to get where you want to go. So really be honest about where you are, identify how you got there, what are the reasons that you're in this situation, again, so you can plan not to do the same thing again and again and again. Then you should take inventory of your skills, time, resources, network, all the things that would be necessary to align in order to have a plan that reaches your goal. And if you believe you have enough of the resources, and again, time, network, skills, all these things, if you believe you have enough, then you create a plan that utilizes those and maximizes those, right? If you feel you're short, oh, I need a team for this, or I need to study a little more, then you create a plan for gathering the resources, right? That has to be the first part of the plan, to get the requisite resources. And then you create a plan, right? And the plan, now here's the plan. The plan is not just what to do, right? And it's how am I going to achieve it? So you have to have a plan that has milestones so you know when you've made progress. By this date, I need to get this part done. By this date, I need to get that done. By this date, I need to get that done. But not just, again, what needs to be done, how am I going to achieve it? By this date, I need to get this done, and this is how I'm going to accomplish it. And these are the people that I need to do it. And this is how much money it's going to take to do that. Or this is how much time it's going to take to do that. And so I'll dedicate this amount of time. Every aspect of your plan has to be blocked out and intentional. And that way you'll know if you're reaching your milestones on time or not. You'll know if you have to pivot or not, right? At least it's not, oh, this needs to be done. No, this is what needs to be done. This is how it needs to be achieved. These are the resources that I need to achieve it. So once you've done that, you got a really solid plan, then it's about execution. And you will not feel like executing on your plan every day, but it needs to become your daily habit. And so in the morning, you write down everything that needs to be done for that day. At the end of the day, you review and talk about what needs to be done for the next day. And here's the thing, you need to be held accountable. If you keep it in your head and you do not share this with people that are important to you, if you don't have that social pressure from people that you respect and respect you, then it's easy to slip off. So you need to let others know what your intentions are and what you're trying to achieve. And believe it or not, people want to know because they want to support you, right? If you have people who don't want to support you, then they shouldn't even be in your circle. So let people know to hold you accountable, execute every day. Success does not come from the goal, but it comes from the process. So stick to the process, stick to, doing something every single day towards achieving that. And then success becomes the byproduct of that. So that's the secret. So I'd love to hear your strategies. Please like, share, subscribe. Keep the questions coming, and I'll see you next Tuesday.